Hello. Uh, wow, what a way to start this. This is Absolvement. It's a roguelike dungeon delver game that I've honestly been keeping an eye out for a pretty long time. It's in, I believe, pre-alpha right now, and to be completely honest with you, it's really fun. Currently, I have 13 hours and 22 minutes of playtime in about maybe a week or so. Doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, I've been playing this game for a while now, and I honestly enjoy it. And here's going to be my deep dive into what Absolvement is. Now, if we start off with the play menu, obviously, there's currently 10 slots that you can play through. Obviously, I have all of these sort of already played in already because I have been playing a while, but I'm going to be playing on my slot 4 and I'm going to be deleting this. So what Absolvement is basically a random dungeon map generator with every time that you kill the enemies inside of a room that is automatically generated, you get to pick between about 3 or 4-ish cards. I believe it's 3. And these can range from weapons that you can get to abilities to even stats or anything like that. And to be honest, it's very fun because it has that replayability that a lot of games don't really have, honestly. So if we go into here already, this is the character creation. Alright. So already you have 3, 6, 9, 10 races that you can choose from. Right? 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah. We have Void Touched, which is what I'm going to be playing as, because it starts off with Shadow Damage, Lifesteal, but it does lose out on the Holy Resistance and Bleed Resistance. There's Farian, which is basically like Fire Demons. RNA, I believe those are just spiders. Calvar are like dog people, like bone dog, undead dogs, I think. Harmonite, they're just basically harmony, they're balanced. This is Galidium, or however you want to pronounce it. I think they're basically like slimes. Kixum are like trees. Katirs are like cats. Crags are just rocks. And Fasade, or however you want to pronounce it, sort of like a changeling if you play D&D. Personally, I believe that I believe that Crag is the strongest race to start off with because you get plus 10% max HP and plus 10% global damage resistance, and all you really lose is your rolling iframes and some walk speed, which honestly you can get that back. Well, all of these you can get back. All of the debuffs, you can grab that back. So your 15% iframes from rolling, you can just roll that from your cards, and your minus 20% walk speed, you can get that back just from playing the game. Personally, I think that Crag is the strongest race here, because you get that max 10% HP and your global damage resistance just right off the bat. However, today, I'm going to be playing Void Touched for the name of Lucifer. And so you get all of these sins that you can choose from. These are basically like your debuffs or your flaws in Deepwoken. You do have to choose at least one, because if you see finalize, this thing starts to glow up. You do need to choose at least one of these. And personally, I would say that pride or theft currently are the easiest, because right now, this theft says all vendor prices cost 75% more. Currently, there are no vendors, but there will be. And that's what's really interesting, because with pride, not buying anything from a vendor will cause an infinitely stacking debuff. And all of these are really thought out and well done. So like Wrath, if you deal damage to an enemy, they will be aggroed onto you until death. Pride, you have to like be prideful and all that. These are actually things that make sense. And the character creation by itself is really nice, I can't lie. You start off with 3 random skills, so this could be like Static Shock, Lesser Heal, Light Steps, Ash Stomp, etc, etc. I personally would recommend starting off with Lesser Heal, because healing capabilities are really hard to come across. And Lesser Heal just allows you to heal, obviously. We already talked about race, and for shirts, you honestly do still get a lot of options with a customization wheel that you have full control of. I will be choosing probably this because I just like the way it looks. And for variant is basically your earrings. For every race, this will obviously differ, but for here, this is your earrings for a void touched. I personally quite like this one, so I'm going to be going off of this one. My pants, I'll just go off of this. Maybe I'll make it darker. Yeah, this works. Boots, obviously there as well. Gonna make that full black. And then your weapon. These are obviously all very different, coming from a long sword, a short sword, and a wooden shield, and a chance of getting a great sword. I personally am going to start with the copper longsword and hope that I get the legendary weapon, which is based off of Shadow, which, for my race, gives me 15% shadow damage and 7.5% lifesteal. And this will be the story of Lucifer. And so, these guys actually do listen to the community. Obviously, there are the tester polls, which they ask for your opinions and actually put it into the game. Because if you can see inside of game updates, actually they updated the game earlier today. That's about like 40-ish minutes ago, maybe an hour or so. I meant that they updated the game about 3 days ago on August 8th, 2024. And they add all of this content. This is through one update. And 3 days later, they're able to push out a similar sized update. This already is completely game changing because through other games, they're not as consistent with their updates. Well, sorry, they are consistent with their updates. They just don't want to update or work as hard as the developers of Amorian Skies do. Deepwoken has updates every Friday. That is once a week. And most of the time, it isn't as well fleshed out as these updates. We can see here all of these happened within the span of 3 days, from balancing to bug fixes. And to here, more balancing, more bug fixes, quality of life updates, and even more content. Which if we are to scroll up a little bit more, there's more content. And you can see how fleshed out the game is through the Absolvement Trello, which is still a work in progress and has been only recently made. All of the game information is here, from races to skills and weapons, and all of them have paragraphs going in depth of to what they are. They have all of the races being shown here, and all of the skills for every element, including water, earth, wind, nature, thunder, holy, disease, physical skills, which is just basically no elements. You have shadow, you have ice, which is just frost, you have fire, you have holy, I already said that, but you still have so much to go off of. And water, earth, and wind may seem like they only have one, I guess, mantra, if you want to call it, but that's because they were just added. And if you go through their Discord, you can see that they still are adding even more. This is on August 8th, where they added all of these skills, 61 skill buff cards, 2 skill buffs, quality of life updates, bug fixes, balancing updates, and all of that. And there's still more today at 6:37 a.m. It is currently 8:23 a.m. Absolvement is a pretty big game and is going to be one of the biggest games out there in Roblox. And I can guarantee you it. Because if we go to Absolvement, it already has 23.8k visits. Just that alone. And with the 23.8k visits, you can see that this was also created 8 months ago in December 15th, 2023. At the time of recording this is August 11th. And although this is in a somewhat closed pre-alpha phase right now. It's not like you can't play the game. Right now, if you were to go into the link in the description of this video, you can see a Discord link. If you go ahead and open that, you'll join their Discord and see that this is how to get tester. Join the group and do one of the following, and it's something from paying 500 Robux, which honestly can be quite a bit to some people. You can just complete a form and wait to win a wave event or participating in an event, inviting 5 people, boosting the server 1 time if you have like some Discord Nitro, or just anything like this. It's a very somewhat lenient opening method. As you can see through this wave announcements, a lot of people are actually accepted. Just through this, August 10th, I'm not going to count that, but according to Cloudbot, who is a moderator in this server, he's done 1540 acceptances. And in this server alone, we have 992 testers, which I'm going to be honest, most of them are probably going to be appearing invisible or offline, but a lot of people that are also on the waiting list. So right now, this is your opportunity to join the game before it stops being in a closed alpha. I plead with you. Join the Discord. Link in the description. Also, while you're down there, you might as well like, comment, and subscribe. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Join the Discord. Get accepted into this game. Become a VIP tester through the bugs that you'll be posting, or through the suggestions that you'll post. Do this, and you might enter into VIP tester chat. And I'm gonna be honest, this game is currently being looked at by some bigger content creators than me. We have Agamatsu in here. We have Dan VR in here. We have Select Torch in here. Play the game. Maybe you'll get a chance to talk to one of these bigger creators if you are to become a VIP tester. And so I plead with you one last time. Play the game. This is Absolvement. And if you want to learn how to play the game, I'm going to be posting another video on the actual gameplay of Absolvement. This video is just more so an introduction to what Absolvement is and the potential that this game has as a basically Dark Souls roguelike dungeon delver RPG game that's entering the charts of Roblox. I'm going to be streaming in about 30 minutes after this video is posted, and I'm also going to be uploading another video sometime this week about the gameplay of Absolvement. I hope to see you there. Make sure to check the link in the description. There's the Discord, my Twitch. Make sure to follow my Twitch, subscribe to my YouTube, do all of that stuff, you know. Yeah, and I'll see you there.